Hey girlies, and welcome back to the pod. Today we're talking all about self-confidence. And if you saw the title of this episode, then you would know it's kind of similar to the title of one of my very first episodes, okay? And we're just going back to our roots. We're talking about confidence. We're talking about what you can do to be more confident, self-confidence, how you treat other people, that type of thing. So, everybody get excited. First up, let's chat about my week really quickly. So recently I've decided to exercise. By recently, I mean the past 2 days. And so far this has lasted 2 days. We'll see if it continues on to today. Not sure. I'm gonna be real with you guys. But the other day I went on a hot girl walk with my mom, like in the middle of the afternoon the other day, and we were just walking, and all of a sudden it had gotten really cold. Okay, and I look up and I say to my mom, "Wow, it looks like it's gonna rain." Literally 5 minutes later, torrential downpour. Keep in mind, we're like on this random walking path. We're not close to the parking lot. So we literally have to but like get cover under these trees. And it lasts for, I swear, only 15 minutes, okay? But it's a downpour. And we tried continue walking during it, but it got so bad. But I will never understand how people run in the rain. Like I couldn't walk in the rain. Anyway, that was a fun time. I was like, wow, we're so athletic to keep persevering and keep doing our walk. Also, speaking of being athletic and exercising, I got a Fitbit, okay? Because my friend had a Fitbit and hers was so cute. And I was like, oh my God, I want a Fitbit, because I always look at my phone to track my steps. But the thing is, I most of the day don't carry my phone with me, or it's not in my hand, it's in a purse, it's in my back pocket, or I just leave it in another room. So I got a Fitbit to look at my steps, and it's also like tracking my sleep too, which my sleep the past 2 weeks has genuinely been horrific. It's been so bad. I haven't been able to fall asleep. Literally last night it took me 2 hours to fall asleep. I wanted to go to bed at 10:30, okay? I didn't go to sleep until 12:30, and it wasn't that I was sitting on my phone doing stuff. That was literally me just laying there, closing my eyes, trying to fall asleep. It was horrible. And then also, I woke up at 4 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep for another hour. So it was just awful. I think it's because I'm like overthinking and like stressing about school. Also because I keep picturing my dorm room in my head, and I'm like mentally trying to organize everything and figure out where all my stuff is gonna go. And then that's overwhelming me because I'm like, oh my God, do I have too much stuff? Where am I going to put everything? Because my room is small. But, it'll be fine, I think. So just mentally stressing out. But I think it'll be okay once school starts. We'll see. But anyway, my Fitbit tracks my sleep. And my sleep last night was so bad. And my Fitbit told me it was bad. Like, I didn't need a smartwatch to tell me that. But just seeing how bad it actually was just really funny to me. But anyway, moving on. The other day, I watched the entire season of Never Have I Ever, season 3. It's so good. By the time you're listening to this episode, it'll have been out for a while. So if you haven't seen it, watch it. They add a new hot guy, and this one's actually attractive compared to Davy's other 2 love interests, who I just don't think are cute at all. But this guy, mwah, chef's kiss. He is literally so delicious. But yeah, everybody watch that. Okay. Now that we had a quick little chat about my week, let's get into the episode. The sponsor of this episode is Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 because I hated taking a bunch of pills and vitamins to improve my health. And I wanted a supplement that actually tasted great. So what is this stuff? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day off right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, immune system, energy, recovery, focus, and aging. Literally everything. AG1 is a lifestyle friendly, meaning whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free, you can still try it out. AG1 also improves your sleep quality and recovery, along with mental clarity and alertness. It is also extremely affordable. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/emerging. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/emerging to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. And as always, that will be linked in the description of this episode. Okay, y'all. First things first, we're starting with my more basic advice, as in something you probably know, you've probably heard, but I just want to say it, just so it gets like drilled into your mind. Because I remember, like, some teacher told me this, like, when you're studying, okay, if you see something once, like, you kind of know it, but you have to review stuff multiple times to, like, really know it and to get it, like, ingrained in your mind. So that's what we're doing, because I'm trying to teach you how to be more self-confident, okay? First up is you need to have the fake it till you make it mindset, okay? We're gonna change from the, oh, I'm not a confident type of person mindset to, oh, I can be confident, fake it till I make it. It doesn't matter if you're not actually confident. If you act like someone who is confident, over time, you're gonna start adapting these habits, mannerisms of people that are actually confident, and then voila, you're gonna be a confident person, okay? But the first step you have to do this is to realize, okay, how do I talk to myself in my head? Am I being kind? Am I bringing myself down? Am I my own worst enemy? Or am I someone who's like, okay, I'm going to fake it till I make it. Maybe I don't feel so confident about myself today, but I'm going to act like I am. I'm going to give it my all, and I'm just going to do the things a confident person would do. I've talked about this before in relation to like healthy habits, but it's kind of like this. If you want to start a healthy habit, say you want to read every night before you go to bed, the way you get consistent and keep doing this healthy habit is by treating yourself like a person who reads every night before bed. What would this person do? This person would have a book on their bedside table and replace their phone with a book. Maybe put their phone on the other side of the room and read their book before bed. Maybe they would set an alarm. So do things that you think a quote unquote healthy person would do, and then you're going to start adapting those habits, okay? And it's the same for confidence, because being confident, having self-confidence is a habit. It's something you constantly have to work on, and something that can be a constant struggle. Like, yeah, some days it's easy and you're like, wow, I look great. I feel great about myself. I'm doing so well. Life is good. I'm getting so much done. I'm literally the it girl. And then there's other days and you wake up and you look in the mirror and you're like, I did not look like this yesterday. I'm not doing well in school, maybe. I did bad in my sports game. I'm not feeling too great about myself. But the thing is, okay, you can have self-confidence carry out through both of these types of days. You can be self-confident when you're feeling great and good about yourself, but also still have self-confidence when you're feeling a little down and out about yourself. Maybe you just went through a breakup. Maybe you just lost a game. Maybe you flunked a test. All those things can impact our self-confidence. But it's important to remember that these are external factors, okay? And as people, we can't always control these external factors that might be thrown at us, right? All we can control, as you probably have heard your mom or dad say, is yourself, okay? You can only control yourself and how you personally react to things, how you handle whatever is thrown at you. Like, yes, some people get worse things, some people it's easier, but we're all still gonna have to deal with things in life that aren't too great, that are impacting our self-confidence. Like I said, breakups, doing bad on tests, doing bad in a sports game. All these are external factors. So even if, let's say, you got broken up with, okay, and you're not feeling too great, you're like, I'm the problem. Why'd they break up with me? What did I do wrong? And you're feeling really sad about yourself and thinking, oh, if only I was like this girl, if only I was better at this, blah, 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 then maybe that person would have stayed. But the thing is, like, yes, it's a really bad situation and it can make you feel bad about yourself. And of course, you should be in your feels, okay? But being in your feels should not last like months on end. Be in your feels, okay, like week max. Give yourself a week, okay? And then after that, you're gonna make an active effort to like do better, to bring yourself up, to reach out to friends, do things that make you happy, that are exciting. And this is you taking control of a bad situation. This is you regaining your self-confidence by you taking control. The way we lose our self-confidence is by having other people take the lead. No, okay, Miss Girl, we are in charge. We are going to take the lead because I don't know about y'all. This is kind of similar to, you know, when you're in a group project and you're like, everyone in this group is genuinely stupid, right? And I can do things the best my way. This is one of those times when taking control and doing things your way is going to have the best result, okay? So take charge, take control, recognize that external factors are going to pop up that aren't so great and that might make you feel bad, might bruise your ego, might make your confidence drop, okay? But the way you react to them, the way you handle these situations is something you can control, and you can allow these situations to not impact your self-confidence as much. And you're like, Carmen, how do I do that? Maybe your friend called you dumb the other day. I don't know. And you're like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. My best friend just said that she said I was stupid, said I would never get into a good college, she's talking down to me. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Right? And honestly, those types of like negative things that people say hurt a lot more when it comes from someone you love. Maybe it was a best friend or family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, someone saying something hurtful. That can impact your self-confidence a lot just because you're like, I love and respect this person, but they're not being very nice to me. But the thing is, okay, you need to work on not letting what everyone says affect you so greatly, okay? Because if you think about it, we all have so many opinions on different things. And often we're made to think we need to have an opinion about literally every single thing in the world, which just you don't, okay? Because what's the point? There's like no point of having an opinion just to have an opinion when you're just going to be like adding more noise to a situation. Anyway, but if someone says something negative to you, things you need to realize is 1, focus on yourself. 2, is it even true? Okay. Are you dumb? No. You're doing well in school. You have good common sense. You have good social awareness. You're good at interacting, talking with people, whatever, those types of things. You're not dumb. Just because someone might say that, maybe also realizing sometimes people say stuff and not think that it's mean. Like, my sister says a lot of things and she doesn't really pick up on social cues. So sometimes she doesn't realize things she's saying are hurtful. And a lot of people also don't realize things that they're saying are hurtful because maybe to them, they're like, oh, if someone said this to me, I wouldn't care. So it wouldn't affect them, but things affect people in different ways. So remember that people might not always mean what they say. They might not think they're being mean. And also focus more on your own opinion of yourself rather than letting all these external factors impact that. Because if you're only relying on external validations, compliments from guys, compliments from your friends, compliments from your parents telling you, wow, we're so proud of you in school, then you're going to attach your self-confidence to all these things and latch on to every single compliment. And then what happens when no one's there to tell you that you did a good job? You're going to feel like you're failing, that you did something wrong, that you're not doing great, and you're going to be greedy and reach out for all this external validation. And first of all, this is just obnoxious, and most people don't want to be friends with you if you're like that, I'm gonna be honest. Second of all, you don't need all that external validation to feel good about yourself. If you can validate yourself internally, tell yourself, wow, I did a really great job. I'm proud of myself. Because if you think about it, the person you're with the majority of your life, literally your entire life, is yourself, okay? So have a good relationship with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Tell yourself, I'm proud of us. Yay, good job. Wow, that was great. And of course, it's nice to get compliments from the people that you love, but it shouldn't be the only thing that is attached to your self-confidence, because that is detrimental and you're just gonna be not doing well, okay? If that's the only thing that your self-confidence is tied to. Okay, also, I would like to point out that confidence does not equal never feeling self-doubt. Confidence doesn't mean you're feeling positive all the time. You're feeling great 24/7. You feel like you are the best person ever, okay? That's not always how it's going to be. And we need to be realistic about that. That, like I said at the beginning of the episode, there are some days when you're not going to feel like your best. You're going to look in the mirror and say, yep, today is not my day. And that's okay, because if every day was perfect, then we wouldn't be able to recognize the good things in life. We got to have the bad to have the good, right? So I would also like to point out, it's easy to see people online, whether it's your friends on Instagram or maybe influencers you follow, celebrities, whatever, and seeing them and thinking, wow, they are so confident all the time. How do they look so good all the time? How are they always accomplishing something new? Succeeding in whatever they do. I bet they are so confident. But the thing that you don't realize, especially on social media with people posting things, no one's going to post a picture where they don't really feel confident in, or they don't look like their best self, where they don't look like bomb, okay? Because everybody wants to post a bomb picture. Why would you want to post a picture where you don't look good, right? Because nobody's thinking like that. So that's also something you need to remember. It helps me to remind myself this, because I think about myself when I'm posting something on Instagram. I'm like, okay, or at least on my personal Instagram, it helps to remind myself, personally, I'm not going to post a bad picture of myself, okay? I'm going to post pictures where I only look great. And then I have to think, first of all, that's not the only part of my life. I don't look great in all my pictures. Life isn't great all the time. And then I have to think, okay, this random girl on Instagram, she might post this great picture, but that doesn't mean her life is great all the time. That doesn't mean she's confident all the time. So kind of viewing stuff as the bigger picture, because as people like to say, Instagram is like a highlight reel. It's like posting your best moments, okay? It's not everything. You don't see everything that's going on in the bigger picture, if you will. But just know, it's okay to feel self-doubt. It's okay to, not have the best days all the time and still be a confident person overall. Because the thing about having self-confidence is that you can bring yourself back up, right? You can bring yourself back to this state of feeling, okay, I feel pretty good about myself. Some days I'm going to feel great about myself. I'm going to be like, I'm queen of the world. Other days we're going to be down in the gutter, not feeling too good. Not feeling too hot, but that's okay, as long as you get back to that equilibrium point where you can have a little bit of self-confidence just to carry you along and make life good. Next up, to feel more confident is to investigate what makes you feel more or less confident and why. Okay, is it the clothes you wear? Is it the way your skin looks? Is it how you style your hair? Is it the grades you get in school? Is it how you perform in a sports game? Is it how your significant other might treat you, or how you get external validation from your parents? What is making you feel more confident, and what is making you feel less confident? And also, more importantly, who is making you feel more confident and who is making you feel less confident? So it's important, obviously, to do more of what makes you more confident. If you have to, sit down, write a list. Split your paper in half, write things that make you feel confident, things that make you not feel confident, okay? For example, things on my list, things that make me feel confident: getting good grades, wearing a cute outfit, having my hair curly, things that don't make me feel so great, getting acne. That's like honestly my main thing. I'm gonna be honest. As we all know, because I've talked about it literally so many times. Having people say mean things, dealing with certain toxic friends, right? So maybe on your list of confident, not confident, you have a list of your friends' names, right? Okay. Obviously, don't let anybody see this, because then you're about to get, like, your friends are going to be mad. So don't let anybody see this list, okay? Or make a mental list, okay? Think about what friends do you have that bring you up, that make you feel good, that tell you, wow, you're doing such a great job, or just reassure you that what you're doing is good, compared to the friends that are always competing with you, the friends that never feel like they want you to succeed, that they always have to do better than you, okay? Because we don't need to deal with those people. It's a new year. It might be the end of September, but it's still time to try something new and let go of these people, because you don't realize how freeing it is to let go of some of these toxic people until you actually do. And I swear your confidence will soar once you get rid of these people that bring you down and don't make you feel good about yourself. So again, it's important. Realize what makes you more and less confident. Go throughout your day and make it an active effort to think, okay, this is making me feel more confident. This is making me feel less confident. And do more of what makes you feel more confident. Interact with the people that make you feel more confident, and let go of the people who don't. And if you're like, Carmen, how do I let go of these people? This is something I've talked about a lot, and I swear, like, in every episode. But people keep asking me this, and sometimes it annoys me, because I'm like, I feel like I talk about this all the time. Y'all, okay, first of all, we have two different approaches for letting go of toxic friends. One, direct. Straight up say, I don't want to be your friend. We're not good as friends, and I think we should hang out with other people. It's literally a breakup. Have I had this happen to me? Yes. Okay. Does it suck? Yeah, but you'll get over it. Okay. 2, indirect. This is for the people that don't want to straight up be like, we can't be friends anymore. This is slowly stop hanging out with the person, hang out with other people, not like leave them out, but also not make an active effort in your friendship, right? So you're not reaching out, you're not asking to hang out, and hoping the person gets the hint and thinks, oh, they're not a very good friend, I don't want to hang out with them, right? So that's the indirect approach. Those are 2 ways let go of toxic friends. But yeah, there you go. And if anyone DMs me asking how to let go of a toxic friend, I will literally rage. So please don't, okay? Because I say it so much. Next up, while it's important to work on yourself, figure out what makes you confident, what makes you less confident, it's also important to build others up around you. While you're building yourself up, while you're building up your own self-confidence, bring others up with you, okay? Because why not? And the best way to do this is to compliment others. And I know I said that people shouldn't rely on external validation, but the thing is, getting a compliment every once in a while can just boost your ego a little and push you to keep going. Maybe you've been having a really hard day, and you need something to get a little pep in your step to make you feel a little bit better. So compliments are a great way to do this. And I've talked about this before, but I like to live by the 1 compliment a day rule, especially during the school year, because this is something super easy that you can do. And that is to give one person a compliment every day. And this can be something about their ability to do something, about their outfit, about how they treat other people. It can be a compliment about literally anything, but try to give 1 compliment a day. And again, you're in school every day. You're surrounded by people. You're surrounded by friends, people you know, even complimenting random people that you're not close friends with. That is always a good thing too. Like if you see someone in the hallway and you like their outfit, say, hey, I really love your outfit. And the person brightens up their day. They're going to have a little pep in their step and have a good time, right? So compliment your friends, compliment your family, compliment random people you see in the hallway, random people in public. Literally, this was over the summer, but I remember I was at a pottery painting place with my friends and my sister, and the lady who was checking us out looked at my sister and she goes, wow, you are so pretty. And of course, that made my sister so happy because she was like, wow, this is so fun. And it's so great to have random people compliment you too. Also, because what are you going to lose? Be kind to others. That's how you're going to be more confident in yourself. Because the thing is that people who are not so confident in themselves have these people that have all these insecurities. They often treat other people poorly because of it. So it's important to realize that how you treat people is often a reflection of how you view yourself. So become aware, right? So these people with insecurities are gonna try to compete with people, try to one-up everybody, prove that they're better. They're not going to give compliments. If someone else gets a compliment, they're going to automatically feel worse about themselves. And that's just a telltale sign. Ooh, that was hard to say. That you or the people you know are struggling with some insecurities and you got to work it out. Of course, everybody has insecurities. And I'm not saying that, you're just going to magically have them go away because that's not realistic. But what you can do is not let your own insecurities affect others. Okay, this is a you problem. It's something you got to work out for yourself. Whether you're insecure about your weight, your height, your acne, maybe how good you are in school, maybe how well you play sport, whatever you might be insecure about, okay? It doesn't matter because if you're letting that affect other people, that's a big no-no. That is a big no-no. We are not trying to do that, guys. So become aware. Think about yourself, what you do day to day. Are you letting your own insecurities impact others? And what can you do to stop that? Maybe next time before you speak, before you say something, before maybe you try to one-up someone, pause for 5 seconds and think, is this going to be beneficial? What is the point to what I'm saying? How is this going to make me feel after? And how is this going to make the other person feel? Okay, because often a lot of people with insecurities are going to try to bring you down because they think it'll make them feel better. But also, if you're that person with insecurities trying to bring someone else down, like, I feel like you're also bringing them down with you because they're not going to feel good about themselves. You're not going to feel good about yourself. And it's just a lose-lose for everybody. So compliment people, treat people kindly, even the people you don't like, okay? You can still be kind. There's a difference between being kind and friendly versus being fake. Like, you don't have to like everybody you ever meet. That is so unrealistic. And I feel like nobody does, right? But you don't have to be absolutely evil, right? So just realize how you're treating other people. Also, remember that self-confidence is a journey. You're not gonna reach this one spot where you're like, yep, I'm confident now. That's it. Don't gotta put in any more work. Because the thing is, y'all, you're gonna have to put in work every day, all the time. And some days it's gonna be easier. Some days it's going to be harder. Some days you're going to actually have to try to be confident. And others, you're just going to be feeling it, okay? So know that it's a journey. You're going to be feeling more confident some days, less confident other days. there's not going to be a one point. It's the journey, not the destination, as people like to say. So yeah, just remember that as well, that we're not trying to reach a certain point. And you're going to have to keep trying to be self-confident. I know a lot of people for self-confidence like to use affirmations, okay? So if you're struggling with self-confidence, here I'm going to list a few things, talk about a few things now that you can do, that people have said that have helped them, things that have helped me. First thing up, affirmations. Whether this is looking yourself in the mirror saying, I can do this, I'm going to do great, things will be okay. I do this one, the looking in the mirror thing, mainly because I get anxious, right? So I usually am looking in the mirror telling myself it's going to be okay, everything's going to be fine, there's nothing to worry about, right? So if you have to do that, or if you have to be like, look in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful, I love the way I look, or I love whatever you love about yourself. I love how I'm kind, I love how I treat other people, I love my sense of style, I love my hair, I love the color of my eyes, whatever. Even if you have to find the smallest thing that you like about yourself, that still counts. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself these things. Tell yourself what you love about yourself. And for a lot of people, you're probably thinking, girl, I am not looking at myself in the mirror and saying, like, nice boobs or whatever, right? Okay, maybe affirmations aren't your thing. Maybe you think that's super cringy and weird, right? Another thing you could do to improve your self-confidence, I feel like this one is really good, is to journal. And you're like, how does journaling relate to self-confidence? And here's the thing. When you're journaling, you're like releasing your innermost thoughts, things you've been thinking about, things you've been feeling, how you feel towards other people, how you feel about events that have been happening in your life. And the good thing about journaling is you can read back through. So if you notice in your journals, you're talking a lot about this one friend. You're like, I can't believe her. She's doing blah, blah, blah. Maybe check yourself, okay? Realize through journaling what you spend most of your energy on. Because if you're spending most of your energy on toxic drama, focusing on bringing down other people, your life is not going to be fulfilling. You're not going to be very happy, and you're not going to feel very confident. But instead, if you focus on more of the things that are going well, things that you can control in your life, aka your responses and actions to things, then you can be more self-confident. And this is not to say like, yay, toxic positivity, because of course there are going to be days when you're like, I hate everybody, don't speak to me. And that's fine. We don't have to be happy, positive all the time to be self-confident. And also at the same time, you don't have to be self-confident every day to be a confident person, right? Because like I've said so many times, there are going to be days when we're just not feeling it, it's not working, and we're just gonna like sit in our little sad bubble, okay? And that's fine, as long as you pop the bubble and get back to being your beautiful self. Another thing to help with self-confidence, like I said, first up, fake it till you make it, okay? Act like someone who is a confident person. Think about the most confident person you know, okay? Whether this is a friend, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's a celebrity, maybe it's an influencer. Think about them. Think about the habits they have in place, what they do for themselves, and copy that, okay? Copy what they're doing and do that. This is the theory of, if I act like a confident person, I'm going to be a confident person. Okay? So do that. Another thing that's so important, if you want to have any progress in your self-confidence journey, that is, you need to speak nicely to yourself. Okay? If you're bringing yourself down all the time and telling yourself, oh, I suck at this, I suck at that, I'm not smart, there's no way I can get an A on that test, I did so bad in my soccer game last night. I suck. I hate sports. I'm quitting. Whatever it might be. Check yourself, first of all. Second, think about how you're speaking to yourself. Are you bringing yourself up more than you're bringing yourself down? Or are you bringing yourself down more than you're bringing yourself up? Because the goal is to bring yourself up more than you bring yourself down. And I would say it's probably unrealistic to say I'm never going to have any negative thoughts in my entire life. Because if that's possible, like, I don't know, someone let me know how. But it is possible to have less negative thoughts, to silence this voice in your mind just a little bit more and give space for more positive things, for telling yourself, wow, I'm really proud of myself. I did great at this. This is going really well for me. And focusing on that, like, yes, of course, there are going to be things that we fail at, things that don't go too well. And that's okay. That's a part of life. And that's what happens. But a way to do this, I can't remember what episode this was. I think it was an episode I did about anxiety, maybe like a year ago. Okay. But I just remembered this. A way to deal with your negative self-talk is to identify it, first of all. Like, for example, let's say you have a thought pop up in your head saying, I'm so stupid, I can't do anything. Okay, you have that thought. You're going to stop yourself, say pause. Okay, and then you're going to talk back in your head, obviously, to that negative thought. And if it helps you, name that thought. Okay, I can't remember what I said. I named mine in that anxiety episode, but I'll just make up a name. Say your negative thought persona in your mind is named like Carol. Okay, Carol is this nasty old lady in your mind that's telling you that you're not good enough, that you'll never accomplish anything, you'll never amount to be anything. And you're gonna say, girl, Carol, you better shush, because I am not dealing with you today. And you're going to say that in your head. So next time Carol is like, oh my God, you're so stupid, you failed, haha, you're going to say, Carol, I'm not stupid. I'm learning, I'm trying. And counteract these negative thoughts by addressing it directly, y'all. You can cut them off at the root. It's like pulling weeds. If you just cut a weed, it'll still grow back. You have to pull it out from the roots, okay? You're like, Carmen, weeds. Fun fact, I decided yesterday that I was in my gardening girl era, and by that I mean I wore a cute outfit and went to the garden for one day. But that is where I got that reference, okay? Pulling weeds. And if you're like, it's because I'm from Kentucky, guys. I'm a farm girl. Haha. Just kidding. I don't even live on a farm. Anyways, that's a meme. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, addressing your negative self-talk. Do it directly. Tell Carol, tell that mean old lady in your head, you can do it. Say, Carol, just because you're a sad old lady that owns cats, that doesn't mean that I can live my best life and be self-confident, okay? And maybe over time, you get rid of Carol. Like I said with my anxiety episode, I didn't even remember what I named my negative self-talks. Because I don't know, it doesn't happen as much where I would have to name it. So hopefully that'll become you. Also, I would like to point out, I'm not always the most confident person. I feel like I am, like, I'll be honest, I feel like I am fairly confident and more confident than a lot of people I know. But I think that's just because I don't let other people's opinions affect me. And I think the main thing that helped with this was honestly the podcast, because I get so many comments and so many DMs like all the time. So obviously there's going to be a mix of people saying mean things with good things, and nothing hurts more, okay, than like an anonymous mean comment on Instagram from a random middle-aged man, okay? Like, I could have friends that break me down, that say evil, excruciating things, but nothing will hurt more. It won't even be as close to a random mean comment from a random man on the internet, okay? Because that just hurts. So, I don't know. I feel like I've built up my confidence to a point where, like, yeah, I'm not confident every day, but overall, I carry myself as a confident person. And by this, it's kind of like I'm someone who's literally 5 foot, okay? So I'm really small. But I don't carry myself as like a small person. I have a big energy, okay? When I walk into a room, people know that I'm there, right? It's like that Kesha song. What is it? The party don't start till I walk in. Okay? That's me. If anyone who knows me is listening to this, pretend I didn't say that because everyone's going to be like, Carmen, what are you talking about? Anyway, it's for the plot, okay? It's for the story. But I carry myself like someone who's a lot taller than me because I have such a big energy that I carry myself as a confident person. So often people look at me and will stand next to me and be like, oh my God, Carmen, I didn't even realize you were this short. And first of all, that's annoying because obviously I know that I'm short. But second of all, it's because I carry myself as someone who isn't small. But a lot of people walk like someone who is small. They try to make themselves smaller by hunching their shoulders, crossing their arms, sitting with their legs close together, trying to make themselves as small as possible. We're trying to take up space, okay? We're trying to be our most confident, best self. Take up that energy, guys. Take up that energy in the room and let everybody look at you and be like, wow, she's so confident. Because you are and you can be. So those are my tips. I hoped that those help. But yeah, make sure you leave a rating and review if you like the pod. And also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest at the Girly Girl Podcast. And y'all, just know, even if you're not feeling confident right now, even if you're not feeling it the best, you can be confident. And you got this. And please don't DM me about how to get rid of a toxic friend. Because by this point, I've said it like 3 times in the past like 6 episodes. So don't ask me. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.